Hello, loves, and welcome back to my kitchen. Welcome to the Red Hares and Daffodils Homestead Kitchen, and we are back for day 2 of our 12 Sweets of Christmas. Today we are making up some wonderfully peanut buttery, fluffy, light and soft peanut butter blossoms. What are peanut butter blossoms, you ask? It is simply a soft peanut butter cookie with a Hershey Kiss or a chocolate kiss, chocolate drop placed on top of the cookie while it's still slightly warm to melt that chocolate just a smidgen. And that's exactly what we're making today. So let's get started. In my KitchenAid stand mixer, I already have 1/2 cup of butter, which is 1 stick, already creamed for a minute on medium high in my mixer. And to that, I'm going to go ahead and add in my my brown sugar and my white granulated sugar, and I'm going to continue to beat that on high. So let's do that right now. My brown sugar. Just want to make sure I've got the correct. This recipe has you divide up the white sugar, so I want to make sure that I had the correct amount of the white sugar in my bowl, so I didn't mess this recipe up. All right, let's get to creaming. This recipe already smells so good. My entire kitchen smells like peanut butter right now, which, is not a bad thing. So it's okay. All right, with all of our ingredients now lighter in color, nice and fluffy, we are going to add in our egg, peanut butter, and vanilla. So let's go ahead and get that mixed in here. I always forget when I lock my KitchenAid stand mixer, when I don't. Just need to get into the habit of locking it all the time. I'm going to measure with my heart for my vanilla. I'm going to add in my already pre-measured out peanut butter. And I don't know why, I always choose Jif, which is right underneath my elbow here. What do you guys use? Do you just pick up whatever type of peanut butter's on sale? Or do you guys, does your family stick with one brand over another? I think growing up in my family with my mom and my brother, we always chose, it wasn't Jif, it wasn't Peter Pan, Skippy. I think it was Skippy that we always chose. And I just grew up, it was peanut butter. I didn't know any different. But now as an adult, I think I always go back to Jif for some reason. It's not a bad thing. It still tastes good. All right. So we're going to add in our peanut butter. Got our egg right here. Just going to rinse off my fingers really fast. All right, so we added in our egg, peanut butter, and vanilla. We're going to go ahead and mix this up on high. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scrape down the sides because it has has billowed up just a little bit. I want to make sure we get everything incorporated. And like all of my other recipes, this recipe will be available. It should be available now live on my blog, which should be linked in the description box. So if you have any questions or anything, please go there or leave me a comment on the video, and I will help you find it. So let's go ahead and mix this up just quickly one more time. Make sure everything's incorporated. Alrighty, everything's incorporated into our bowl now. We've got all of our ingredients being checked away here. Next up, we're going to add our dry ingredients into our wet ingredients. We're going to add in our all-purpose flour, our baking soda, and our salt, which everything I've already have pre-measured out here. Make it a little bit easier for you, for me, for making this. If I just hit the mic, I apologize. Alrighty, let's get this up. This is such a simple recipe to make, you guys. This yields the most fantastic, soft, fluffy cookies. Alrighty. I'm going to let this go for about 1.5 minutes. I'll be right back so you guys don't have to listen to the mixer. Be right back, folks. Hi, loves. Welcome back. Thank you so much for bearing with me here. We've got our mixture completely incorporated, completely combined. We are all good. I wish you guys could smell my kitchen right now. This smells just incredible, wonderfully incredible. So we're going to scrape down our paddle attachment here. Try to get all those bits of goodness off. All righty. All right, the next step. It is one of the hardest steps of this entire recipe. Are you ready for it? We got to hurry up and wait. So now that everything's mixed up, everything's blended together appropriately, we've got to cover this up with some aluminum foil, some saran wrap, something. But we need to get this bowl in the fridge. We need to get it in the fridge. The recipe calls for anywhere between 30 minutes and 1 day. So if you're like me and you like to do cookies that chill overnight, this is a perfect recipe for you. You can start it in the morning, get those warm Hershey Kisses going first thing in the morning. It works, but we're just gonna, we might err on the side of an hour like we did with our peanut butter Buckeyes. Just make sure this recipe gets nice and chilled. The key thing about this recipe though is we want the dough to be nice and chilled and firm, because then the cookies don't spread out and all that butter loosens everything up, the peanut butter loosens everything up, and we end up with flat cookies. We don't want that for this recipe. We want nice, soft, fluffy cookies. So let's go ahead and get this off the mixer, scrape down our bowl. I'm going to run and grab some aluminum foil real fast. Oh, my other half is being a wonderful kitchen assistant here. I'm going to go ahead and peel off a slice so we can throw it over the bowl here. Thank you, thank you. Alrighty, folks. Now, like I said, we've got to hurry up and wait. So I will see you guys back in, it will only be a couple seconds here, but it'll be about an hour on my time. So we'll see you back here in just a few minutes. Hello, loves. Welcome back. I'm Kate. It's nice to see you back in the kitchen again here with me. It's been about an hour and a half, and I have just pulled out my KitchenAid bowl out of the refrigerator, And boy, this thing is freezing cold. I don't know if that's something to do with my refrigerator or the contents of this have helped chill it, but this dough is nice and firm, I'll tell you. What we do now is I've already got my oven preheating to 350 degrees, and the recipe calls for a 1-inch or like a tablespoon scoop. So I've got a 1.1 inch scooper, cookie scooper here, or muffin scooper. I don't know what all they nickname and call these things, but we're going to go ahead and scoop out our dough and roll it so that we get something that resembles a round ball. And what you want to do is you want to have a little bowl of sugar, white granulated sugar, about a half a cup's worth, in a bowl setting aside to you. And we're just going to go ahead and roll our balls in our sugar, and then we're going to gently place them on our cookie sheet, about 2 inches apart from each other. And we are going to, when my cookie sheet is filled up, which will be done by magic here in just a moment, we are going to get these in the oven once my oven's ready and beeps at me. And we're going to bake these between 9 and 11 minutes. The recipe states that if you like a nice soft cookie, to bake this for exactly 9 minutes. If you like a firmer cookie, a harder cookie, to bake this for anywhere between 10 and 11 minutes. It does say if you like a soft cookie, when you bake it for the 9 minutes, to when you pull them out of the oven, they will look like they are still soft on the inside, that they almost will have an appearance of not being fully cooked all the way through. They said that is fine. That always worries me just a little bit. I think that's why I very rarely bake soft cookies at home, because I'm always worried about there being raw dough. And I know some of you probably share that sentiment with me about that, but I'd rather bake it for one extra minute and hope that that raw dough is gone from the top of the cookie. So I'm going to go ahead and pause here for a minute. I'm going to finish rolling out at least one sheet tray full of cookies, and I'll be back when we're putting these into the oven, and we'll go from there. See you here in just 1 second. Hello, loves. Welcome back. Alrighty, by magic, cookie tray filled up. We got 18 on this, and I have another 18 to go in. So just shy of 40 cookies, 36 cookies. Not bad. Not bad. The recipe didn't give me how many it was going to make, so I need to get better recipes, I think. These ones give quantities, so I know how much I'm aiming for. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get this in the oven. I'm going to start off on 10 minutes so that at least avoid that 9-minute mark where they're still soft and gooey in the middle. I want it a little bit firmer than that. So I'm going to set my timer for 10 minutes. I'll see you back in 10, and we'll take a look at what these look like. See you soon. Alrighty, loves. Fresh out of the oven, I'm going to transfer them to a small pan real fast, because I'm going to actually slip these into the freezer so that they'll cool down super fast, and we'll be able to get the Hershey Kiss on top of the cookie and keep it from melting. So just stick with me for just one quick minute here. These cookies are so delicate coming out of the oven. They're just so pillowy soft, and they smell incredible. The smell of peanut butter has definitely been overwhelming my kitchen these last few days. And I'm not complaining. I'm actually loving it. Alrighty, I've got 4 cookies left over, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer those onto my cookie sheet really fast and get those 4 in the oven for another 10 minutes. There we go. And timer. And get that started. Alrighty. And then I have a bowl. Can you pass me the bowl of Hershey Kisses, please? They're in the fridge? Okay. I thought we got them out. I apologize. There they are. Alrighty. One of my cookies kind of broke away. They're truly that delicate. Okay, so we've got our cookies here. We're just going to take our Hershey Kiss and just gently push it into each of the cookies until it starts to crack. Very gentle, very delicate. These cookies are so unbelievably soft. I just want to make sure that each of these Hershey Kisses are lodged nicely into that peanut butter pillow, as I'm going to start calling these. These aren't peanut butter blossoms anymore. They're peanut butter pillows. All right, it looks like I need a couple more Hershey Kisses for this. I think my helper is going to start unwrapping some extra Hershey Kisses for me. It's always good to have a helper in the kitchen. Just need two extra kisses, please. And there we go. And there we go. Oops, that one's cracking a little bit too much. Alrighty, I'm gonna give these to my helper to put in the freezer portion of our refrigerator, because let's be honest here, you don't want to see our freezer. It's not that entertaining. So I will go ahead and end the video here. I'm gonna let these cool down for maybe 10-15 minutes in the freezer. Let everything set. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys here. These are the finished product. These are nice and cool to the touch now. They're gently browned on the bottom. You can still see all that wonderful sugar casing on the outside of this. But we've already got a couple of our cookies done. This one, when I went to scoop it off the pan, it kind of had a little bit of a casualty. So I'm thinking that one might not make it out of here anywhere. So, but it's okay. Alrighty, hugs and loves from my kitchen to yours. Be sure to like and subscribe. We've got 10 more days of treats and sweets coming up here, the 12 Sweets of Christmas. And I can't wait to continue sharing all these family heirloom recipes that I've accumulated from my mother and from other family members along the way. I'm just really looking forward to sharing all those with you guys, and hitting the ground running with eating more treats. So from my kitchen to yours, hugs and loves. We'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.